The Cellar. What is trash streaming? For those of you that are unaware, trash streaming is a pretty straightforward idea that has become very popular in Russia. You invite some friends over for drinks, you live stream your party, and begin completing dares for donations from those watching your stream. It doesn't sound all that terrible, but when money is introduced into the equation, the stakes tend to get higher and increasingly more dangerous. The lengths that people will take things for the sake of getting paid can lead to despicable and outright deadly consequences. In today's story, we will be diving into the YouTuber Stas Reflay, whose real name is Stanislav Reshetnyak. Stas was a well-known Russian live streamer and YouTuber whose content was primarily focused on video game and live casino playing. As Stas continued to grow on the platform, he would soon dive headfirst into the trash streaming trend that was taking hold amongst Russian content creators. Stas became well known for abusing his girlfriend, Valentina Grigoryeva, while live streaming. One live stream incident occurred when Stas was paid a sizable donation to pepper spray his girlfriend. His girlfriend could be seen on the stream having a panic attack, and instead of comforting her, Stas proceeds to pepper spray her. Valentina would then be seen sprawled out on the floor, moaning in agony. Another person that Stas was well known to pull numerous pranks on was Valentin Ganyechev. Valentin was reportedly a homeless man that suffered from alcoholism and possible mental illness. Stas would bait the man in by allowing him to stay within his house. Valentin would be seen on numerous live streams where viewers would place donations and request Stas to do disturbing things to the man, like convincing him to drink a cup of Valentin would later claim that he participated in everything willingly, and after 3 years of appearing on live streams, he would eventually leave and never come back. Now that you have a good idea of how depraved this man and his channel could be, we will fast forward to December 2nd, 2020. For context in this story, it was reported that it was -3 degrees Celsius or 17 degrees Fahrenheit. The reason I share this info will become more apparent as the story unfolds. Now, Stas was live streaming at the time with his girlfriend and a couple of friends of his. As the stream begins, they can all be seen drinking copious amounts while listening to music. As the stream continued on, a large donation of $1,000 would come in. The request was for Stas to his girlfriend Valentina and then lock her outside. It was immediately apparent that Valentina wanted nothing to do with this request, as she would eventually pull out a knife and threaten to use it on Stas. Eventually, Stas would gain the upper hand on Valentina off camera. It's reported that Stas threw Valentina to the ground and removed most of her clothing. He then poured ice-cold water on her and forced her outside into the cold. Following this horrifying turn of events, Stas would continue to stream. During the stream, Valentina can be heard banging on the doors to be let back in. After some time, Stas would finally go out to check on his girlfriend. He would find her body lying on the balcony, unmoving. He proceeded to drag her back inside, trying to wake her up. He stated on the stream that she looked pale and wasn't breathing. He would proceed to carry her to the couch, and he finally called for an ambulance. Even more disturbing is the fact that he would continue to live stream for another 45 minutes. He drank and played music all the way up until the paramedics arrived. By that point, Valentina was no longer alive. It was originally believed that hypothermia was the culprit, but following an autopsy, it was concluded that her COD was caused by craniocerebral trauma, aka head trauma. Following an investigation, Stas was later arrested. He would be charged and convicted of involuntary manslaughter and was sentenced to 6 years in a maximum security prison. If you ask me, the man should have spent the rest of his life behind bars. In most cases, I try to cover the story as unbiased as possible, but in this case, I simply can't keep my mouth shut. After researching and diving into this, it becomes very evident that Stanislav Reshetniak has no regard for human life. My deepest condolences go out to Valentina and all her family and friends.
Hello everyone, this is me, Natural Selector 89, talking to you, friends and haters and everyone else. I got this idea of making an introduction video to my channel, since I already have over 130 videos and not an introduction video yet, so I guess it's a good time to make one.
Natural Selector 89, otherwise known as Pekka Auvinen, was born in Tuusula, Finland. There is not a ton known about his early life, but from all reports it was pretty normal. He was a good student in school and was known as being relatively shy, often isolating himself from other students. According to some reports, he had been a victim of some long-term bullying, which led him to further isolate himself and become a well-known loner amongst his peers. Pekka would go on to make his first YouTube channel, Natural Selector 89, on March 15, 2007. A lot of his videos would revolve around things like natural disasters and shootings. Pekka would become well known for his strong belief in things such as communism, social Darwinism, and National Socialism. He was also an atheist, a person who disbelieves or lacks belief in the existence of any god or gods. To put it plainly, Natural Selector 89 had all the telltale warning signs of an extremely troubled youth. He was a loner who believed in some extreme left and right-wing ideologies. He had a fascination with school shits like Columbine. He also made videos that criticized and tried to disprove other religions and beliefs. Following a suspension of his first channel for unknown reasons, Pekka would go on to create a new YouTube channel called Sturmgeist89. This channel would follow the same trends that his first channel did. That was until he started posting videos showcasing his weapons. The red flags were all there for what was about to happen next. Pekka Auvinen would post his last video called Jokela HS Massacre 11/7/2007. In the video, he displayed an image of the school, as well as 2 red filtered photos of himself holding a weapon. The song Stray Bullet by KMFDM was playing in the background. On November 7, 2007, Pekka Auvinen would begin his ultimate plan. At approximately 11:40 a.m., Pekka entered Jokela High School's ground floor main hallway. He would proceed to walk through the school before he finally encountered a student within the corridor. With zero hesitation, Pekka pulled out his weapon and fired, extinguishing the first of many lives on that day. From there, he proceeded to a bathroom where he located and ended 2 more lives. At 11:47 a.m., the alert went out to the entire building that there was an active threat. Students and teachers began barricading themselves in rooms. Pekka would begin firing sporadically. 53 rounds went off within the school's corridors. At one point, he came upon a mother of a student at the school. For some reason, he decided to spare her before proceeding to the 2nd floor, where another life was extinguished. Pekka then began pouring 2-stroke engine fuel down the hallway, but he struggled to ignite the liquid and soon gave up. Head teacher Helena Kalmi would exit the school at 11:54 a.m. She would eventually proceed to the car park in an effort to guide rescue vehicles into the area. Around the same time, Pekka would exit the school, visibly angry and cursing to himself. He would encounter Helena, who calmly tried to talk Pekka into surrendering. At 11:57 a.m., the conversation ended with the sound of 7 bangs. Pekka proceeded back into the school, banging on doors and trying to get into wherever he could, but his efforts would lead him nowhere. At 12:03 p.m., Pekka Aavanen took position near the main entrance, refusing to negotiate his surrender. He would soon walk back into the bathroom near the canteen and proceeded to throw his jacket and bag onto the floor. He had no plans of being taken alive. At 12:04 p.m., the ordeal would finally come to an end with the sound of one final bang. Pekka was eventually located by police and was found to still be alive. He was transported to a nearby hospital where he would ultimately succumb to the fatal wound. When all was said and done, 6 students, a nurse, and the head teacher of the school had all lost their lives. The warning signs had all been there. If only something could have been done before such a horrifying event transpired. Pekka was clearly a troubled young man who had been reportedly bullied to no end. Even with that being the case, the actions that he took are beyond despicable. My condolences go out to all those that were affected by this traumatic and heartbreaking event. In stories like this, the perpetrator tends to be the source of the conversation and the name that's always remembered. So I wanted to take a moment to remember the names of all those that were lost on that fateful day. I apologize in advance if I butcher any of these names. Simile Nurmi, Mika Petteri Pulkkinen, Ari Juhani Paulsenen, Hanna Katarina Laaksonen Kinnunen, Serka Anneli Karaka, Mikko Tapani Hiltunen, Vili Valtteri Heininen, Helena Kami. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode. If you enjoy my content, please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel continue to grow. Also, you can check the description box below and find the link to my merch store. Tons of awesome designs, and the proceeds help fund the channel. For those of you that are interested, I have a Cellar Dwellers membership tier for the channel. It's only $2.99 a month. It comes with some pretty cool perks. So if that interests you, then please go ahead and check it out. I also have that linked in the description box below. If you'd like to submit a real-life scary story that you would like featured on an episode on the channel, please do so using the email or the Reddit link that is in the description box below. As always, I do all the research, writing, recording, and editing for the channel myself, so anything that you do to support the channel is greatly appreciated. Until next time, I will see you all again as we head back into the cellar.